And for my next trick, I'm going to swallow this hammer. I'm just kidding, I'm not crazy. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone is a movie that follows Steve Carell, and he plays Burt Wonderstone, who's a magician on the Las Vegas Strip. His partner is Anton Marvelton, played by Steve Buscemi, and they have a great friendship together. They have a great show, everybody shows up for it, it's constantly selling out. Then this guy, Jim Carrey, I forget the character's name. His name was Steve, so that's all I need to know, and he's sort of this Chris Angel mind freak type. He's a new type of magician, or magician, however they put it in the movie. They enter this sort of feud, and then Jim Carrey and Steve Carell face off to see who gets the big gig in the next big hotel on Las Vegas. So going into this movie, I was kind of excited, because I thought the trailer looked pretty funny. And I really hoped that this movie would be good because we haven't gotten a good comedy this year yet, and that's very sad, and I really want to laugh with movies again. And coming out of this movie, it's not bad, it's just not great either. I did enjoy this movie, it's just not as good as I wanted it to be. Because first of all, you have Steve Carell in this starring role, and I'm not a huge fan of Steve Carell. I think he's good in certain roles. I liked him in Anchorman, I liked him in Crazy Stupid Love a lot. But there are certain times where I just feel that he doesn't play the characters that he should. I haven't seen The Office, but in this movie, his character is just a dick for a long time. And an unlikable one at that. He has a few funny lines in the first half of the movie, but overall I just really hated his character, and I was honestly loving Jim Carrey. So I really wanted him to lose. And then you have Steve Buscemi as his partner, and Steve Buscemi's only in the movie for a little bit. It's really not as much as I expected, but he's fine in the movie. I didn't feel like he needed to be in this movie, just it didn't seem like a correct fit for Steve Buscemi. You have Olivia Wilde and Alan Arkin. They're both good in the movie for what they have. Alan Arkin especially, he's very funny in the movie. He's this old magician that Steve Carell used to look up to as a kid, and it was enjoyable to see him on screen. And as I said before, you have Jim Carrey, who is the villain of the movie, and he's fantastic in this movie. Every time he was on screen, I was laughing. Jim Carrey is definitely the best part of this movie. Just all the stupid, crazy stuff he does. He's like self-mutilation, and it sounds kind of sickening, but it's very funny to watch on screen. I will say though, there are two people in the movie I thought were terrible, James Gandolfini and Jay Moore, and I kind of like Jay Moore. James Gandolfini's a good actor as well, but they were just not good at all in this movie. James Gandolfini plays the boss of Steve Carell, and he's just terrible. He shouldn't do comedy. He's a very good actor, but comedy definitely isn't his strong suit, and Jay Moore plays this character who is supposed to be awkward, but it's just, it comes off as so incredibly awkward that it's not funny. It's just really hard to watch on screen. I was cringing a lot, his character, and they kept panning to him whenever he was in the room with any other of the main characters in the movie, and it didn't make sense to me because he wasn't doing anything. They just kept showing shots of him, and I don't know why, but his character was god-awful. My main problem with this movie is the first half of the movie, I really didn't laugh all that much aside from the points where Jim Carrey was on screen. There were a few little jokes that hit here and there, but a lot of it was missing, and it just wasn't that enjoyable, and it was really because Steve Carell was such a giant dickbag. But as soon as he starts to change as a character, I thought the movie really picked up and it was really enjoyable. That's about the second half of the movie. And for the second half, I was really enjoying it, I was into it, and it was funny. Yes, a lot of the jokes miss in the first half, but in the second half it picks up and it gets a nice story going, so I enjoyed the second half. The first half, I really just didn't like, so it's just a mixed bag for me. I'm going to give The Incredible Burt Wonderstone a C+. If you were looking forward to it, just go out and see it, just to see how you like it, because you might like the first half more than I did. However, if you weren't looking forward to this, just wait to rent it or watch it some other time for free. It's not necessarily something you have to go out and see. It's better than a lot of the things we've had so far this year, but it's still not that good. So what'd you guys think of The Incredible Burt Wonderstone? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What's your favorite Steve Carell movie? Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think, and if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there, because if you don't, I'll try magic and I'll fail and probably light myself on fire. Come on, you know you want to see me burn.